Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into Empowering Neurodiverse Kids, a guide to nurturing parenting for thriving families, produced by Bright Kids AI. We're going to walk right alongside you to explore a truly compassionate, neurodiversity-affirming guide to parenting. So whether you're at the very beginning of this path or, you've been navigating it for years, This Explainer is designed to be a warm, supportive resource to really help your family thrive.
Let's start right here with this incredibly important truth. Parenting a neurodiverse child is a journey filled with unique joys, some deep challenges, and just profound connections. Look, if you're tuning in, it means you care deeply about your child's well-being. And I just want to say, you are doing an incredible job. It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day hurdles, right? But let's take a second to validate your hard work and celebrate the unique, deeply rewarding landscape of your family's journey. Take a breath. Give yourself a little grace, and let's explore how we can support your kiddo together.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Embracing a Unique Brain and Shifting the Paradigm.
For generations, the narrative was built around this really stark contrast. You had the old way of thinking, the deficit model. That's the idea that neurological differences needed to be quote-unquote fixed or trained out of a child using these rigid one-size-fits-all solutions. Well, we're moving away from that. Instead, we're embracing the strengths-based approach. This is a neurodiversity-affirming perspective that actually celebrates how diverse brain wiring is just a natural variation of the human experience. It shifts the entire focus from what a child can't do to the incredible, unique things they can do.
So, the absolutely crucial point here is this. Understanding your child's unique profile of strengths and challenges is literally the bedrock for all the practical strategies we're about to explore. Every neurodiverse child perceives the world, processes information, and communicates in their own specific way. When you actually take the time to truly understand that unique operating system, well, you can tailor your approach to what they actually need, rather than what some textbook says they should need. Because let's be real, kids definitely do not come with manuals.
Which brings us to Section 2, the power of predictability, anchoring the day.
Consistency and predictability are just invaluable. A lot of families are finding that when they focus on truly understanding their child's internal world, it naturally leads to building way better external consistency. And we're seeing that simple tools like those from Bright Kids AI perfectly bridge that gap between understanding and action, which directly supports exactly what we just talked about.
For example, families are finding incredible success with emotional check-in tools like MyStars. This is a visual tool built around 4 really simple star states. So you've got Sleepy Star for low energy, Bright Star for calm and focused, Zoom Star for buzzing high energy, and Big Boom for when a child is just totally overwhelmed or flooded. And this brilliantly illustrates a core parenting strategy. Think about it. When a kid is overwhelmed, words are often the very first thing to go out the window. By allowing a child to just name their feeling with a color or an emoji, just saying, "I'm a big boom," you completely remove the pressure of having to find the right vocabulary right in the middle of a meltdown. It names the feeling without any judgment, making it so much easier to work with.
And when you string those daily check-ins together, something magical happens. Tools that compile these check-ins into a weekly brief allow parents to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. You literally stop reacting to single events and start spotting hidden patterns. Like maybe you notice that a big boom almost always happens on Tuesdays right after school, or that a sleepy star always hits right before snack time. Once that pattern becomes visible to you, you can adjust your routines. You can build true proactive predictability into your child's day because finally, you know what to anticipate.
All right, let's jump to Section 3, Decoding the Sensory Landscape, Creating a Safe Haven.
So, many neurodiverse individuals experience sensory input super intensely. You kind of have to play detective here. Is your child hypersensitive, meaning they're over-responsive and easily overwhelmed by things like bright lights, those itchy tags on their clothing, or loud noises? Or are they hyposensitive, under-responsive, constantly seeking out strong physical pressure, maybe crashing into couches, or just needing constant movement? Decoding these clues helps you understand exactly what their nervous system is craving, especially when they're trying to engage their proprioceptive system, which is just a fancy way of saying their sense of where their body is in space, all just to find a sense of balance. Once you decode those clues, you can actually create a safe haven. Step 1 is to minimize overwhelming stimuli wherever you can. Think about dimming the lights or reducing background noise. Step 2 is providing targeted input. If they crave deep pressure, a weighted blanket or some firm hugs can honestly work wonders. And step 3 is creating designated safe spaces in your home. This might be a cozy, quiet corner with a little tent, or on the flip side, a safe spot specifically meant for high-energy movement breaks.
You're literally handing them the physical tools they need to regulate their nervous system. Now, this physical regulation goes hand in hand with communication. Always assume your child is communicating with you, even if they aren't using spoken words. Behavior is communication. So look beyond the verbal. Pay close attention to their body language, their facial expressions, and the sounds they make. And when it's your turn to respond, do it with clear, direct, and concise language. Try to avoid abstract concepts or sarcasm, because that can easily be misunderstood. Just keep it grounded and super clear.
Next up is Section 4, Building Skills and Independence, Scaffolding for Growth. We're talking about executive function skills here, things like planning, initiating tasks, and organizing. The goal isn't to do everything for your child, but to provide this gentle scaffolding. First, break complex tasks down into small, bite-sized steps. Use visual schedules, checklists, and timers to help them really see what needs to happen. And most importantly, practice problem-solving together. Allow them to make safe mistakes and learn from them completely without judgment. You are building their confidence one small step at a time. Self-advocacy is another massive component of independence. You can empower your child every single day by offering simple choices, like, say, deciding between an apple or a cracker for a snack. It might seem small, but it builds their sense of agency. Teach them specific, simple phrases to clearly communicate when they're uncomfortable, and empower them to ask for help safely. These are self-advocacy skills that are going to protect and serve them for their entire lives.
All right, bringing us to Section 5, Shared Joy and Self-Care, the Heart of the Family.
So many neurodiverse kids have these intense, deep special interests. Lean into them. Seriously, whether your kid is totally obsessed with dinosaurs, outer space, or a highly specific video game, step right into their world. Joining your child in their passions isn't just about humoring them. It's this beautiful, totally natural avenue for bonding. It shows them that what they love actually matters, which directly builds their self-esteem and opens up pathways for really natural, joyful communication.
Alongside those interests, you've got to prioritize unstructured time. I'm talking about time for play, for laughter, and simply being together without any demands or expectations hanging over you. Go for a quiet walk, share a meal without any screens around, or just literally lie on the floor together. These demand-free moments are where authentic connections deepen and where your child gets to feel unconditionally loved and truly seen for exactly who they are.
But here's a reality check, and I really want you to hear this. Your well-being is not optional. Parenting a neurodiverse child is incredibly rewarding, absolutely, but it is also exceptionally demanding, and you just cannot pour from an empty cup. Seeking out support networks, talking to other parents, and actively taking breaks to nurture yourself, it's absolutely essential. It's the only way you can sustainably create the environment your child needs to thrive. Taking care of yourself is taking care of your child.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought to inspire your next step. Think about everything we've covered today. The paradigm shift, the routines, the sensory safe havens. But right now, today, how will you connect through your child's special interests? Finding just that one moment of shared joy can honestly change the entire trajectory of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember, every single step you take with love and understanding makes a profound difference. Keep up the incredible work.